2024 South Dakota State Wrestling Championship 165-pound final. Logan O'Connor from Harrisburg with a 41-3 record versus Lucas Chamberlin, peer governors, with a 38-6 record. On his road to the championship finals, Logan O'Connor pinned all three opponents. In the first session, a fall in 40 seconds. In the quarterfinals, a fall in 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And in the semifinals, a fall in 1 minute and 18 seconds. In contrast, Lucas Chamberlin had a little more workmanlike path to the finals. In the opening round, he had a pin in 48 seconds. In the quarterfinals, he won 5-2 decision over Preston Ray of Sturgis Brown. In the semifinals, he just had a decision 6-4 over Gabriel Stern from Brookings. This championship match would come down to wrestling IQ, strength, grit, conditioning, and juice. Coach Lewis and his staff, like usual, had Lucas prepared for Logan O'Connor, and the results would be which wrestler had spent more time in the weight room and which room had prepared him for this match. As we will witness, Lucas had the edge with his football compadres, Trey, Chance, and EJ, working in the room with him to prepare for the state championship. Anyone that has watched Lucas wrestle this year has seen the skills Lucas displays on the mat. In the few losses Lucas has experienced, most were the result of frustration and not waiting for the opportunities during the flow of the match. Coach Lewis has prepared Lucas as I have witnessed a change in wrestling IQ, especially in the state duels regions and this championship tournament. Lucas is now letting the match come to him, and you see the results. Let's get it on. Who's gonna last 3 periods? Can Lucas stave off these excellent single leg attacks by Logan O'Connor? Can Lucas avoid this arm bar that Logan O'Connor uses to pin everyone? Can Logan O'Connor last into the second and third periods with Lucas? From the minute O'Connor walked on the mat, it was obvious he'd been reading the accolades about himself. He actually thought he was going to come out and dominate Lucas Chamberlin, and at first glance, it looked like he was going to dominate Lucas Chamberlin, getting 4 takedowns, using a single and double leg attacks. This was the smartest thing Lucas Chamberlin did all night. This shows some high wrestling IQ. He was going to bide his time and figure out a way to stalemate these attacks without making a fatal error that would cost him the match. Lucas gives O'Connor the first single leg takedown, but O'Connor makes the first mistake of the match, letting Lucas up. Lucas ties up O'Connor and tries to throw. O'Connor gets his first warning for using an opportunity to throw Lucas out of bounds off the mat. Lucas has figured out how to stalemate these attacks. O'Connor's still dancing around. He might want to save that energy. O'Connor comes in on a single, switches to a double, and gets Lucas for his last points of the night. Now, O'Connor knows he can't control him on the mat. Armbar is not going to work. The problem is O'Connor's not going to turn Lucas Chamberlin unless Lucas falls into some sort of trap. Every move he makes is negated by Lucas Chamberlin's moves and strength, and the longer he stays on the mat with Lucas, fully understands now he's in danger. That's it for O'Connor for the match. He's no longer going to control Lucas Chamberlin on his feet or on the mat. O'Connor walks back to the center. He's not dancing anymore. Game is on. Second period, O'Connor's figured out he's in for a fight. Lucas is now on the attack, and O'Connor can't do anything about it. O'Connor's leg attack is not working anymore. Lucas is now using every attack as an offensive tool to get O'Connor on his back and on the mat where he can manipulate. O'Connor hasn't had to work this hard to win a match for a long time. He's gassed. Lucas is wearing him down, and he's starting to get frustrated. Lucas is starting to overpower O'Connor. He's getting him off balance and almost throws him to his back. We'll see what happens next. Lucas is now just waiting for this opportunity, the opening, the mistake. O'Connor hasn't had to do this for quite some time, and he's going to have to pay for it. Now, even when O'Connor gets to the legs, it's not going to do him any good. He can't pull it in anymore. Back to the center of the mat for the restart. The rope-a-dope is just about complete. It's time to make a move. Worn out and frustrated O'Connor is about ready to make his first fatal mistake of the match. On their feet and off the start, O'Connor gets Lucas in a headlock and tries to throw him to his back. Lucas takes a page out of Chance. O'Connor uses the headlock straight to the armbar before Lucas rolls him over. I would question whether he even had him long enough to have takedown points awarded. Lucas stays on top and dominates O'Connor for the remainder minute and 20 seconds of the period. O'Connor unable to do anything except to keep from getting pinned. O'Connor hasn't had anybody working him this hard all season long. Lucas tries to get what I thought was going to be a head cradle, and then switches to an arm cradle, and it's all O'Connor can do is to fight it off and not get pinned before the end of the period. O'Connor is now officially in stall mode. He's going to try to ride out this last of the second period and the third period with a 2-point lead and take the championship match. Sorry, it's not going to work. Start of the third period. Score 10-8. Because of the inability of the officials to be in position for the pin and a very questionable 2 points awarded for a takedown that really didn't happen, the pressure is on Lucas to make a major move and score the points needed to win this match. Lucas is in the down position to start the third period. Off the start, Lucas tries to roll over for a reversal, but O'Connor gets arm control and tries to stall by laying on Lucas. So the officials reset and they go back to the center for a restart. O'Connor has not made any attempt to further his position on the mat. He's strictly trying to stall, and the officials know it. They move him back to the center of the mat where Lucas is still down. On the start, Lucas gets to his feet. It looks like he's going to try for the escape, but instead attempts a headlock for a throw on O'Connor, trying to gain the 2 points instead of 1 that he needs to tie or win this match. But being out of position, O'Connor brings him back to the mat. Immediately upon being back on the mat, finds his base, gets one leg over and tries to roll O'Connor. But O'Connor returns him to the mat and he has to build his base up again. This time, Lucas gets his hips over the top of O'Connor and almost succeeds in a rollover, but didn't have enough leverage. So O'Connor's back to laying on Lucas. So once again, the officials stop the match and return to the center for a restart. Advantage, Chamberlin. O'Connor moves very slowly back to the center with Lucas in the down position and only 46 seconds to stall out the match. On the start, O'Connor lamely tries to pull Lucas over in and stall out the remainder of the period. Lucas gains advantage by pushing back into O'Connor and rolling over for the reversal. Lucas immediately gets his legs in and breaks O'Connor down. Then he goes for the head cradle, which would be a fitting end to this match. But somehow, O'Connor keeps off his back. So Lucas positions himself, breaks O'Connor down in an attempt to get back points and end this in the regulation. Lucas still has time to get him on his back. He has control of O'Connor's legs. O'Connor tries to get his base back. Lucas gives him a hard crossface, puts in the legs again, and breaks him down to the mat. Lucas now has control of his legs and his head. He stretches him out, turns O'Connor over to his back. It looks like he's going to get the back points to win this match. The count should begin, but we're going to overtime. We're in sudden death overtime, with both wrestlers in a neutral position on their feet. Lucas is going to be looking for a throw or get O'Connor off balance for the takedown. And O'Connor's going to try his patented single leg. No question about it. O'Connor goes for a snap to get Lucas off balance, then directly into that single leg. Lucas knew it was coming, and he was ready for it. He hips out, gets some separation from O'Connor. That was the big mistake. Now he's off balance. Lucas flips him over for the takedown and the win. Great match. Great win. But rewind just a little bit and watch the reactions of Coach Lewis, his staff, and Lucas's teammates on the Governor's wrestling team. It's a testament to the program Coach Lewis runs at Pier. What a great bunch of people. Lucas Chamberlin, 165-pound champion. I'm biased, but I've watched a lot of wrestling over my years, college and high school. I don't ever remember seeing a more exciting and gritty match than I witnessed today. I don't know if it was by design, if Coach Lewis drew this up on the board, but it was a tremendous effort. If any wrestler that was wrestling in the championships deserved a state championship and a win in a finals match, it was Lucas Chamberlin. What a performance. Against all odds. And gutted it out.